All right. This week's What If? What do y'all think would happen to the rap game if Rick Ross successfully signed Wiz Khalifa
and Currency
and Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah. Thought that was your block. My niggas ran that. Them niggas big pussy. Pass me a 10 packs. Selling that powwow. I got that anthrax.
Wiz, Nipsey, Dom, and Currency was on the table once.
I was not aware of Dom and
he did try to get Dom. He did try to get Wiz, but Wiz was already doing his shit with Taylor Gang. But
and Nipsey,
and Nipsey, was doing his shit.
He's his own guy, yeah. But yeah, from everything I know about, at least, Wiz and Nipsey were on the table, and Rick Ross has done quite a few features with both Wiz and Nipsey. So this is a very real thing, a very real possibility.
Are any of those acts bigger than what Maybach ended up being, which was Meek and Wiz? Yeah, okay. So Wiz would have definitely been a bump. I don't know how much Dom Kennedy and Nipsey Hussle would have moved the needle.
Well, Nipsey's whole thing is obviously he wanted to be
independent.
Yeah. And he's also not a commercially successful artist, even in his own right. Most of what people love about Nipsey is that he's not commercial.
Independent, yeah.
But he was probably making big money
out on a label like Maybach, where, you know,
I don't think that would have worked out. We didn't have had all this marathon shit.
Yeah, like that's what's so pure about Nipsey Hussle's music, because it's like a lot of people didn't even really listen to Nipsey before he died.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a very niche crowd. So I feel like him on a major like Maybach and being behind acts. So this is assuming that all the other acts that they still had, Wale, Meek Mills, all of them, were still there.
Yes. From how I'm envisioning it.
Yeesh.
Now, here's the thing.
I see it working with Wiz, because Wiz flow ain't like they flow. I could see Nipsey having joints with them, but full time? Nah.
So Nipsey's victory lap was done with a major. It was done with Atlantic, I believe. But it was a partnership at that point. Like, basically, Nipsey was going to essentially fund his own album and then basically let them distribute it. Right. So obviously he went on to do something similar anyway, but I think it was a one album deal. I
think the difference is like you said, Nipsey's music was already established at that point. If he signs Nipsey Hussle, that's Rick Ross then crafting Nipsey's sound, his image, how he's produced,
exactly
how his product comes out.
I also think it looks weird that now Nipsey is behind somebody.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is...
Two bosses can't be behind each other.
You know what I mean? I think that's kind of the thing as far as Nipsey goes.
Yeah.
As far as Wiz goes, when Wiz first came out after Kush and Orange Juice, his sound became extremely mainstream and kind of pop sounding. Mm-hmm. Whereas if he was under a Maybach Music, you know, we seen it with Wale, his sound has to become a little bit more grittier and...
Yeah, no, I think Wiz would have made it. Wiz would have made it just because I feel like he's a little more versatile than the other names that you went off. And also, like you said, he's already experienced that commercial success. So he's a lot more plug-inable into a major label than somebody like Dom Kennedy. You know, like very, very particular sound. He's going for a very particular audience. That's not the type of artist that is like going to be selling out Madison, going to be selling out Staples.
So do we think he would have had the mainstream success though that he had?
Wiz?
I mean, considering he had the Fast and the Furious song and other shit like that were like huge songs. Yeah,
I just don't see that coming out of the Maybach camp. I just don't see him doing certain things as he did under that Maybach label.
He would have did more things like you said, like the Trap Wiz shit.
Yeah, I just don't see. Yeah, Wiz doesn't become the big Wiz Khalifa. Pause. The big star Wiz Khalifa now. I had to catch myself before I finished my sentence, but nah, Wiz doesn't become the star he is now under Maybach Music just by switching up. Off the simple fact that he switches how he does his shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like because if not Wiz, then who? Because Meek Mill is not a bigger act than Wiz Khalifa to me.
Definitely not,
and neither is Wale. So where do you left with if Wiz is not now your guy? Gotta be. So the sound might not have been exactly the same. I could see some Rick Ross influence there, but
you don't think that
success?
You don't think that Meek or Wale are bigger than Wiz now?
Present day, maybe, but we're talking about whether or not they signed.
I still don't think present day.
Yeah, that's true.
Wiz is still
Wale's not. Meek is probably bigger than Wiz at this point.
Wiz will sell out a concert way faster than Meek.
But I think that has more to do with Wiz's dedicated fan base.
Yeah, and that makes him a bigger star. Meek not doing these commercial songs. He's done one commercial song, that little remix to that salsa song. But let's think about it. Wiz is a far more bigger superstar than Meek will ever be.
A lot more pop music in Wiz's.
I think if Meek came out with an album and Wiz came out with an album right now, more people would listen to the Meek album.
I don't agree.
I think Wiz has come out with a few programs.
More rap fans, because that's a different conversation.
Yeah,
more people because again, Wiz has crossover appeal that Meek Mill doesn't.
Are you talking about this as far as rap shit?
But Wiz has released projects recently that have gone largely under the radar in the last year or two.
If 2 links go up, Wiz is getting sold out like that. Meek is getting clowned for the way he dove into that pool again.
Fair. Meek gets clowned, but when it's album time, I think people come out for him.
Meek is just one of them niggas that funny shit just happens to.
Yeah.
Like, how many Meek Mill memes do you know of? There's so many.
Off the bat, like 5.
It's so many.
Ran out of jail. And that picture looking goofy in the black outfit, slipped down his mom's steps.
The pool with the French fries.
Pool with the French fries. Rock Nation brunch when Yo Gotti and all of them was looking at him disgust.
Wait, did you say the falling down the steps?
Yeah, that was the second one.
Okay.
Jesus, I didn't actually mean to start this.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a lot of Meek.
So many.
We going there now. When he was at the Sixers arena and he was running backstage and jumped off the little bouncy shit called
the
trampoline.
Yeah.
They said Meek is not a human because he does things so awkward. He's a perfect example of that hood kid that could have went to the Boys and Girls Club and he decided to sell weed instead of getting free lessons to swim and freshen up on basketball. He wouldn't be this awkward if he went to the Boys and Girls Center.
I think he wouldn't be considered this awkward if it wasn't for the whole Drake beef. But
I mean, hey,
I think he signed up for that shit.
Definitely,
I think that shit was fake. But
yeah, I do too.
So do I.
We can talk about that at some point.
I mean, for the simple fact that Jay-Z invited him to dinner, and the first song when he cut on his speaker was back to back or charged up. That says a lot, doesn't it? So like,
oh shit! I niggas respect you, right? Yeah.
So how do we think? Well, obviously we kind of already got into it, but how do we think Wale and Meek's career would have kind of either been put to the side, or do we think they still would have been the stars that they were, being that now Ross has to manage four big artists?
I think overall, Maybach's
trajectory
status, boost up. Because now you got a more complete roster.
Yeah,
you got a crazy starting five.
Grasping at straws with Amarion and you know
fucking
shit like that.
Yeah,
you got a top to bottom. You have top tier artists like Meek Mills and Wiz Khalifa. You got your second tier. You got Wale. You got Nipsey Hussle, and then you even got more independent leaning, or for people who like that style of music, and Dom Kennedy,
Stally.
I was about to say the other guy. Didn't he go to jail?
I don't know.
Somebody went to jail from Maybach.
You know he's from Canton, right?
Canton, is he for real?
Yeah, he is. You know that?
Okay, no, I didn't.
No.
Hey, Stally's on that album with this one dude who I want to get on the show.
Oh, Stally.
I don't know
who Don. Yeah, I remember that dude. Yeah,
I can't mention Stally without mentioning this nigga, Caceres Don, nigga from Virginia. He dropped a couple albums. Like, I used to get his music sponsored on my page. I was like, man, somebody sent me, he was like, oh, this nigga kind of looked like you. Whatever the fuck it was. I finally clicked the nigga page and like started listening to his shit, and I tapped in with bro like a minute ago, and we've been going back and forth. And on his new album, him and Stally got some shit on there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull some strings and get fam on here. So
that's dope.
Don, if you listening, bro, I already told you, dog. Yeah, we're gonna set that up.
Sure.
Now he actually did have another artist that was on there with Wale and Meek by the name of Pill. That nobody ever.
What I was thinking of.
Pill. Nobody ever remembers him because he quit so soon after the first album I think they came out with.
I thought he got locked up.
I was supposed to say, was he the one that got locked up?
But then he definitely quit.
Oh yeah,
Maybach too.
After that,
okay.
So he might have got arrested too though.
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going?
Thanks for watching another Back of the Bus Squad episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Want to check out another episode related to this, go ahead and click that video to the left.
And if you want to catch up on some of our other episodes, make sure you click the playlist below.